Bring the mess, bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Your life because the Mets are really sucking the ball. Knocking those home runs over the wall. East side, where's the time? Everybody's coming down to meet the M-E-T-S Mets from New York. Oh, the butcher and the baker and the people on the streets, where they go to meet the Mets. All that hollering and cheering and they're jumping in their seats, where they go to meet the Mets. All the fans are true to the orange and blue, so hurry up and come on down, 'cause we got ourselves a ball from the Mets of New York town. Give 'em a yell, give 'em a hand, and let 'em know you're up and stand. Come on and meet the Mets, meet the Mets. Step right up and meet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed you have the time of your life, because the Mets are really sucking the ball. Knocking those home runs over the wall. The east side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the M-E-T-S Mets of New York.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome. This is CP Cards and Dice, and we had a short delay because I could not find the rules for the game. That's right. I couldn't find the rules for the game. So, and I don't want to start without having those rules. So we're here replaying the 2019 Mets season using Deep Drive Baseball. We are game, I think it was, I can't remember what game it was. I didn't even write it down. Still getting myself together here. I got the cards from about 5 different systems all over the place. And I want to take my time, not start right away before I was totally ready. And I kind of took my time getting the teams together and making sure everything was in order and double checking all the lineups and so on and so forth. This is Game 2 of a 3-game set versus the Detroit Tigers. Let's see if I can quickly pull up what game this was. Let's see real quick here. I believe it's a May 25th game. May 25th game versus the Tigers. It's a Saturday game. Let's see. Yep, it's a May 25th game versus the Tigers. And it's going to be, we're using iScore to keep track of the stats and so on. It's going to be Jason Vargas, the left-hander, versus Ryan Carpenter, another left-hander. So the battle of the lefties. Ryan Carpenter was 1-6 with a 9.30 ERA versus Jason Vargas, who was 7 looks like 9 with a 4.51 ERA in 2019. I want to pull up just to see what game this was, what number game. Mets are hovering around the 500 area, and that's what they did in reality. I think they're just a little bit better, actually, than the 500. They're doing a little bit better in our replay than they did in actuality, but not all that much better. And it's a May 25th game, game number 51. The Mets were 25-26 in actuality, but in our replay, let me take a quick peek at how they're doing. So they're 25-20, 25-26. This is game, I guess, 52 then. But actually, in our replay, they're a little bit different. Here, let me pull it up. New York. All right, Mets are 26-24, right? So that would be 50 games. This is our 51st game. So we're a couple of games better than they were in actuality. And that attests to the incredible baseball mind that I have. We're right about to get started. Let me take a look at the players and be able to focus on that a little bit. All right, so for the Detroit Tigers, you're going to hear some players that I don't know how well you know them. It's Nico Goodrum starting at shortstop. He's leading off. Dowell Lugo, third baseman, batting second. Batting third is Nicholas Castellanos. He gets traded later on in the season. Ends up with the Cubs. Miguel Cabrera in the fourth spot at first base. Batting fifth is Christian Stewart, the left fielder. Batting sixth is Josh Harrison, the second baseman. Batting seventh is Grayson Grenier. He's a catcher. Batting eighth is Jacoby Jones, the center fielder. And the ninth spot batter is the pitcher, Ryan Carpenter. In the outfield for the Mets, it's J.D. Davis in left. Center fielder is Carlos Gomez. Aaron Altair is in right field. And Frazier at third, Rosario at short, Echeverria at second, Pete Alonso at first, Wilson Ramos behind the plate, and Jason Vargas on the mound. We're right about to get started. We're playing Deep Drive Baseball. It's a basically 50-50 split game. You roll all 10-sided die. For secondary rolls, I'm going to be rolling a 20 to see if on a 1, it could be a wild pitch or a pass ball. I'm trying to use that system today. You're going to read the 0 to, actually the pitcher goes second. So let's fix that. It's going to be 0 to 00 to 49 off the batter's card, and then 50 to 99 off the pitcher's card. Let's get started. See what happens. Let me get that there. And now I have some issues with the lighting because really the issue is that these cards are so bright that my camera has difficulty reading them. So I'm trying to keep a little bit on so I'm not playing in the dark. But it's going to be Niko Goodrum. And here you got the ball field. Let's see if I get that over here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, here goes. Here's the pitch from Jason Vargas, a left-hander. He's a left-handed veteran. He's been around a while, and he's going to be facing to the switch hitter Goodrum. He's batting from the right side. We are in downtown Queens, New York, Flushing City Field. Here goes. And that's a 17, and that's strike 3. So Niko Goodrum chases a high fastball. And Vargas, who doesn't have much of a fastball, gets Goodrum. 1 up, 1 down. Let me go on my left side to move the cards over. Next is Dao Lugo. So you read the red and then the white. So it's going to be a 79. And that's some sort of an out. The 9 tells you what kind of an out it is, and it's a fly ball center field. Backpedaling is Gomez on the track and makes the catch. So he lifted it to center, had distance, but didn't really get all of it. And it's Nicholas Castellano who has an inordinate amount of doubles. I think he was too shy of 60 doubles in 2019. It's a crazy season, 2019. Jason Vargas versus the right-hander Nicholas Castellano. Castellano played 151 games, batted .289, had 27 home runs. Here's the pitch. That's a 12, and that's line base. It's a center field for Nicholas Castellano, a 2-out single. So Nick is on with 2 outs. And next is Miguel Cabrera, Miggy. Here's the pitch from Vargas. That's an 83. And 9, that's a deep fly ball center field. On the run is Gomez in the gap, and he runs it down. Great catch by Carlos Gomez. So Miggy gives it a ride, but just didn't have enough. And we go to the bottom of the first. It's Ahmed Rosario leading it off against Ryan Carpenter. Carpenter, 28 years old. Yep. And that's a 54. That's going to be off Carpenter, and that's a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Actually, hold on. I'm sorry. That's going to be a deep drive, and that's going to require us to roll off a deep drive chart. I misread that totally. And off the deep drive chart, we're looking at a 48, and that's pulled down the line into left field corner, and after it is Christian Stewart. And that rolls to the wall, and Christian Stewart better hurry. And Rosario's thinking about 3, but no, puts on the brakes and heads back to second to throw to second. Not in time. So it's a 1-out double for Ahmed Rosario. A leadoff double by Ahmed Rosario. J.D. Davis. Here's a pitch. That's a 20, and that's strike 3. Davis downswing. Pete Alonso next, 75. And that's going to be defense. So we're going to roll 2d6. And that's going to be an error, a potential error. We don't know. Let's see if I get that going. It won't hurt us. It's too bright. There we go. Even that's too bright. Let me see if I can mess with this here. That's a little bit better. Let me see if I get this going. All right. So let's see. Let's see what we get. It's a 75. 75 on the error section. Shortstop, Niko Goodrum. Shortstop is a 3, so that's a ball that he gets to, bobbles it, throw to first, not in time. Pete Alonso beat it out. Going to third is Ahmed Rosario. So it's first and third. It's going to be an E6. Official scorer is going to give Nico Goodrum an error on that play. First and third now with only one out, and it's Wilson Ramos. That's a 26, and that's a little nubber in front of the plate. Out from behind the plate is Grayson Grenier. He's got one play, and that's the first, and fires and gets Wilson Ramos. Had plenty of time. It's a 2-3. And with runners on first and second, we're going to double check on the defensive chart. Make sure 2S. Runners on first and second. That's an H. Better out runners advance. Yep. Good call by your host. So Pete Alonso, it's a fielder's choice. No fielder's choice, just a regular out. Pete Alonso. I see Wilson Ramos grounds out. Catcher. It was a fielder's choice. Wilson Ramos grounds out to throw catcher Grayson Grenier to first. Let's see. Pete Alonso reaches base due to an error on the shortstop. So then it was first and third. Let me go back here. Undo. So Ramos is going to hit a little nubber in front of the plate. Two to three, and that advances Rosario to third and Alonso to second. Okay. So now it's Carlos Gomez with 2 out and 2 on here in the bottom of the first. The pitch from Ryan Carpenter, that's a 0-8, and that's going to be a ball 4. So bases are loaded. He walked Carlos Gomez, a guy who doesn't have a very good card at all. Reroll a 0-8, and that's a ball 4. So this game plays very, very easily. It reminds me a lot of APBA Basic, except only if APBA Basic were on steroids, because this is APBA Basic on steroids. You got a lot more things going on. You got a lot more interaction going on. You got the deep drive card. You got, influence from the ballpark card. You got a lot of little things going here. That's Todd Frazier, the Todd father. He's up with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Ryan Carpenter looks in at Grayson Grenier for the sign. And here's the pitch. And that's a 26. And a 26 is going to be strike 3. And Carpenter blows one by. Todd Frazier to retire the side. The Mets leave the bases loaded. Christian Stewart. He's a left-handed batter, so we're going to switch him around. When I first input my players, I don't bat them from the correct side. I do that when they play in a game, and I adjust it. Here's the pitch from Jason Vargas, 0-7, and that's a ground ball up the middle and through into center field. Gomez plays it on a hop and gets it in quickly. So it's a leadoff single for Christian Stewart. Christian Stewart won't be stealing. Josh Harrison is next. Here's a pitch to Josh Harrison. That's an 80 and a 4. That's a hard hit ground ball right at the second baseman, Echevarria. He flips to Rosario, the relay to first in time. Pete Alonso with a nice scoop. And that's 2 outs. So it's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. 4-6-3. Nice play by Alonso to scoop that out of the dirt. Let me see. Hold on one second here. I got to respond to all right. Let's get a little sound in the background. It's a little bit quiet. Little bit quiet. All right. And Josh Harrison grounds out into a double play. And it's Grayson Grenier, the catcher. 114, and that's strike three. And that retires the side. Jason Vargas gets Grenier on the curveball. And we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Aaron Alter, now he's a Philadelphia Phillies who the Mets recently acquired, making his first appearance, 20. And well, I have his pitching card. Oh, swat. Hold on a second. I got his pitching card. So he did a little bit of pitching. There it is. That's his batting card. All right. So it's a 20, and that's going to be a strikeout. So back-to-back Ks. And that was the last strikeout was Alter struck out. And now, okay, well, there's no back-to-back Ks. That was the first batter in the inning. I'm sorry. And now it's Danny Echevarria. Here's the pitch from Ryan Carpenter. That's a 36, and that's some sort of an out. And that's lined and caught by the second baseman, Josh Harrison. So hit it right on the screws, but right at Josh Harrison. Benny Blades, Apple wannabe. This game is great. Yes, the whole season for a whole $12. It broke my bank, and I've been kind of eating mac and cheese ever since making that investment. Jason Vargas up with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. That's a 0-7. That's strike three, and that retires the side. Let's go down in order, and it's Jacoby Jones leading it off in the top of the third against Jason Vargas. That's a 9-9. Holy smokes, and that's going to be a little ground ball to the first baseman. Vargas better hurry over there, and he gets there. It's going to be a 3-1 put out. Next batter is Carpenter. That's a 40, and that's going to be a defensive call. Let's see what kind of – 74. 74 is going to be a range check. And shortstop, it's going to be through center field for base hit. So that's a single. Single for Carpenter. Pitcher is on with a single. And it's Nico Goodrum. There's a pitch, a 25, and that's going to be strike three. A lot of strikeouts in 2019. Holy smokes. It's really easy to keep score. Half of what we're doing is a strikeout here. Yeah, I mean, just let your portfolio guy know that you're going to be, withdrawing $12 to buy the Deep Drive baseball set. You don't want to surprise him when he's trying to, make a big investment in this bull market that we have going, and all of a sudden he looks in there and he sees there's nothing there. So make sure you're letting him know. Dowell Lugo. It's a 55, and that's line base hit left field. Ryan Carpenter is going to hold at second base. I could have checked to see if he'd go to third, but I'm not going to do that with a pitcher. Plus, he lined it to left. I'm not going to try to take third on that. Nicholas Castellanos. That's a 46. That is off of Castellanos' card. What kind of an out? That's popped up. Popped out. Right side of Danny Echevarria. Selling under it. Makes the catch, and that retires the side. Bottom of the third, Ahmed Rosario. He's at 1-for-1. He doubled earlier on, 65. And that's going to be line base hit to left. Cut off quickly by Christian Stewart. So Ahmed is on at first. J.D. Davis. It's a 95. A 0 is line and caught. Now I got to roll 2d10 actually to see if this is a double play. No. So it's, I guess it's, what did I say? It was line to, blah, blah, blah. Line to the second baseman. No, third baseman, excuse me. All right. So now there's one out, and the Mets have Ahmed Rosario at first, and it's Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso hit 50, let's see. I can't read it because it's highlighted in a dark color, but he hit 50-some-odd home runs, 54 home runs, I believe. Oh, that's a 19. That's going to be too high, but that's a – oh, he gets nicked. Pete Alonso gets hit, and he's going to mosey on down to first base. He's not rubbing it, but there's runners on first and second, so the Mets have a little bit of something going here against Ryan Carpenter, the left-hander. Wilson Ramos is next. He's batting right. He's a right-hander, so he normally bats righty. There's a pitch. Oh, that's foul back. A souvenir for a lucky fan. That's a 0-4, and that's going to be a line drive base hit. That's going to score Ahmed because he is a fast, and that's a single plus. So that's going to score Ahmed. And stopping at second. Stopping at second is Alonso. 1-0 Mets, and it's Carlos Gomez. Here's the pitch to Gomez, 58. And that's a little blooper that's going to drop in front of Jacoby Jones in center field. Pete Alonso had to wait and see if he was going to catch it. Bases are loaded. It's a little blooper by Carlos Gomez. Bases are loaded. Infield's going to be back right now for Todd Frazier. Here's the pitch. That's a 32. And an out. Fly ball center field with the bases loaded. Let's see what that is. F8. Runner on third is Alonso. He's just slow. So he won't score. If he were average, he'd score, but I do not think he's average. I think he's slow. And he is slow. So, and he's not going to score. So it's a fly out center field for out number 2. Not deep enough to score Alonso at third. And it's Aaron Alter. It's a 35. And a 2 is a ground ball to the first baseman, Miguel Cabrera. He's going to take it himself, and he beats Aaron Alter to the bag. For the third out, we go to the top of the fourth. Miguel Cabrera, 37. That's a 4. That's a ground ball. Chopped to second. Edeni Echevarria whips it over to Alonso at first, and that's out number 1. We're on top of the fourth. It's 1-0 Mets. That's a 20. 20 is strike 3. Christian Stewart. He's completely fooled. Goes down swinging against Josh Harrison. 97. And that's an out. That's it popped up right side. Alter. Echevarria back. Alter in. Alter calls for it. Makes the catch. And that retires the side. Edeni Echevarria leading it off. It's a 6-7, and that's a ground ball through the left side. Base hit for Edeni. Vargas is going to bunt. And that's a 69. 69 is going to be, oh, wait a second. A 69 is going to be a single, but it's not really a single because he was trying to bunt. Squares the bunt. Let's see what happens. And a 69 is going to be just a single. A single is, all right. Got to roll 1d6 here. 1d10, excuse me. And a 1, it says, very slow batter out on sacrifice hit. Otherwise, infield single. He is very slow, so he's going to be out. And let's see who gets to that. And it's a 4. That will be the catcher. So out in front of, oh, wait, no, the number's first. So that's the first baseman. So bunted to the right side. Cabrera charges, turns around, and gets it to Harrison at first. So that's a sacrifice hit for Jason Vargas. That's a 3-4. Echeverria moves up to second base. He's in scoring position in a 1-0 Mets lead. We're in the bottom of the fourth. 1 out, 1 on. And it's Ahmed Rosario. Rosario's 2 for 2. Al, Red Sox fan. Hey there, brother. Welcome. Here's the pitch. Carpenter's pitch to Rosario. Now, Carpenter could go 8 innings, so he's got good endurance. That's a 0-1. That's going to be trouble because that's going to be deep drive off of Rosario. Deep drive. Oh, is there a runner on? Oh, that means I got to roll the 20-side die. Make sure it's not a 1. All right, so I got to remember to roll that. I haven't been doing that. 0-1, and that's going to be a deep drive, so we're going to roll again. That's a 74, and that's going to be a drive in the gap. That's going to split the outfield as Stewart and Jones. Coming to score easily is Echeverria, 2-0 Mets. And in with a stand-up RBI double is Ahmed Rosario. Next is J.D. Davis. That's a 20, and that's strike 3. So Carpenter blows one by J.D. Davis. Pete Alonso, 57, and that's going to be a deep drive. Uh-oh. Off Alonso's bat, that ball can really carry. Drives them deep to center field. And a 20, that's gone. Pete Alonso got a hold of one. Deep drive. Jacoby Jones to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. Pete Alonso. And it's 4-0 Mets. Wilson Ramos. That's a 0-4, and that is going to be line base hit to left. So Wilson Ramos lines one to the outfield for a base hit. 2 out. Carlos Gomez, the pitch from Carpenter, 33. And that's going to be a defensive call. 51 is going to be in range. And a range play to second baseman, Josh Harrison. Let's see what he is. Josh Harrison's a 3, and it's up the middle, and Josh Harrison gets there. Backhand flip to Goodrum, and that retires the side. So it's going to be a 4-6 put out. But not before the Mets. Not before the Mets pick up 3 more runs. They lead at 4-0 going to the top of the 5th. Catcher Grenier is up. That's a 60, and that's going to be a ball 4. Oh, let's undo that because we just gave the guy an intentional walk. So Grenier's on with a walk. It's 89-2. That's a ground ball to the first baseman. Pete Alonso flips to Vargas. Ryan Carpenter now here in the 5th. We're going to let him bat. Still too early. I'm old school. I'm sorry. 4-6-0, and that's lined. This could be a double play. Oh, I had to also roll to see if there was a. Yeah. Now I'm going to roll for a double. Let's see. I got to roll 2d6 on that. Line out. Oh, wait a second. That's a double play, I believe. That's line to second baseman. Second baseman quickly to Rosario, and they got him. Double play. They got Grenier on that line drive. Grenier just ventured a little bit too far off the bag, and Rosario snuck in behind him. And the quick relay by Echeverria, the quick pitch, got Grenier on a double play. Wow, that was unexpected. That's a line drive double play, 4-6. And that's going to be out on a double play. That's it. Wow. All right, so it's going to be Todd Frazier. So we let Ryan Carpenter bat, and he hits into a line drive double play. He has a hit early in the game, so Todd Frazier leading off against Ryan Carpenter. That's a 90, and an 8 is a fly ball right field. Nicholas, so Todd Frazier sticks the bat out and loops one into right field, but right there is Castellanos for the out. Next is Aaron Altair. It's 28. And 28, strike 3. Altair goes down swinging. Two-way and a Dani Echeverria. That's 36. And what kind of an out is that? That's line and caught by Josh Harrison. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Mets. Nico Goodrum against Vargas. Vargas can go 9, so they're still good. But not for much longer. 57. And that's a ground ball and through the left side for a base hit. J.D. Davis plays it. So Goodrum is on at first. Next is Dowell Lugo, 72, strike 3. Big strikeout on the curveball by Jason Vargas. Vargas has deceptive stuff. He was traded in late season by the Mets. Nicholas Castellanos. That's a 21, and that's going to be strike 3. Another strikeout for Jason Vargas. And it's Miguel Cabrera. It's 93, and that's going to be 2. That's going to be chopped to first. Alonso steps back, gets it a nice, easy hop, and now rushes to first, beats Cabrera, and that retires the side. Jason Vargas leading it off against Carpenter. Carpenter, this is the 6th inning. Carpenter gave up a run, has been through the lineup twice. Bunt, sacrifice bunt. He's been through the lineup twice, given up at least a run. So that's 3, and he's down 5. That's it. He can't go anymore unless we're gonna. Yep. So we're gonna pull him and bring in a relief pitcher. That's why you got to play the 2019. I have already a bunch of pitchers ready on the side, ready and waiting. Let me see if I could just find them. That's really the trick. What did I do with them? Here they are. No, it's not it. Here they are. So we're going to have Tyler Alexander, Austin Adams. Nope, those are not the guys I have ready. Castro, Garcia, Moore, Detroit. Where are all the guys I separated? Separated all the guys. I don't know what I do. Oh, is that them? No, not them. Hold on. So the score here in Citi Field, 2019, bottom of the 6th inning, Jason Vargas leading it off. We're looking for some pitchers that I separated. Not totally sure what I did with them. Kind of looking around a little bit, see if I can track them down. There they are. All right. So who do we got coming up? Vargas is a lefty, and then we have Ahmed Rosario who's a righty. So we're going to bring in a righty right here. Joe Jimenez is coming in. Joe Jimenez, let me tell you a little bit about him. He was 4-7 with a 4.37 ERA in 66 games. Now, with Deep Drive Baseball, you get all the players. Every single player that played on every single team comes for the $12 for the season. You can try it out for $1. I think it's still $1. Joe Jimenez. All right, he's going to face Vargas, taking the place of Ryan Carpenter. Ryan Carpenter won 6 innings, gave up 4 runs. All right, so here goes Jason Vargas. This is a pitcher hitting card for Vargas. 60 is going to be a little flare that's going to drop in front of Castellanos for a base hit. So Vargas gives Carpenter a taste of his own medicine since Carpenter got a hit. And it's Ahmed Rosario. Here's the pitch. That's 25. It's going to be a potential error, 84. Now it's going to be a range play. Range play 84, and that's going to be a deep drive center field. On the run is Jacoby Jones, and oh, what a great catch. Jacoby Jones took a ball, robbed Ahmed Rosario of at least a double, if not a triple, with his speed. With Ahmed's speed, he would have gotten third base, and who knows if more. So great catch by Jacoby Jones. on that drive by Ahmed Rosario. And back to first is Jason Vargas, J.D. Davis now. Here's the pitch from Joe Jimenez. It's 24. 24 is a strikeout. A lot of those in this 2019 game. Pete Alonso had a 2-run homer earlier in the game. He's reached on an error, has been hit by a pitch, and then homered. That's a 45. Pete Alonso 45, and an 8 is a fly ball deep right field. Castellanos back to the track and makes the catch. So Pete Alonso gave it a ride, but didn't have enough. And now we go to the top of the order, top of the 7th. Not top of the order, but top of the 7th. Christian Stewart, Josh Harrison, Grayson Grenier against Jason Vargas. Now let's see if Jason Vargas still has anything in the tank. Well, he's pitching a 5-hit shutout. So he should still have something left in the tank. Vargas can go 9. He's gotten around the lineup at least only once. Single, so twice, excuse me. So that's the inning is the 6th. Twice, that's 8. He hasn't given up a run, so that's only 8. So he can go another inning. All right, here goes. Christian Stewart. That's a 75, and that's going to be a defensive check. And a 73. Let's see, that's a hard hit ground ball at the shortstop, and Rosario can't get there. Base hit. Base hit for Christian Stewart. A ball that you'd think that Rosario just must have misread off the bat because he was slow getting started. So it's a 4-0 ball game, and the leadoff hitter in Christian Stewart makes it to first base. Here's Josh Harrison. Pitch from Vargas. That's a 50. That's a deep drive. So we're looking off Vargas' card. And a 35 is going to be a line drive, base hit to left center field, and that's going to split Davis and Gomez. And all the way to third with nobody out and stopping at third is going to be Stewart. So it's second and third, nobody out. Grayson Grenier. Here's the pitch. Infield's back for the Mets. That's an 83. And a 183-1, and that's popped up. Left side. Third base is over there. Nice catch by Todd Frazier. And now it's Jacoby Jones. Here's a pitch from Vargas. 2 on, 1 out. It's a 92 and a 92-5. And that's a hard hit ground ball right to shortstop. And the runners may hold on that hard hit ground ball. I'm not sure. They may hold. Second and third. Hard hit at the shortstop. Oh boy. Runner scores. Man on second holds. Batted out. All right. So hard hit ground ball at the shortstop. Rosario over to first, but Christian. Jesus. Let me undo that. No, let me do that. All right. There you go. So it's a hard hit ground ball, and Christian Stewart's going to score on that. 6-3 if you're scoring at home. So the Tigers get on the board. Scores 4-1 now. All right. And it's going to be Joe Jimenez. So we got a pinch hitter. And we got some of those separated as well. Pinch hitters for this team. Let's see if I can quickly track them. Let's see. Sorry, guys. A little bit on the nappy side. The joys of modern baseball. Oh, like pitching changes. Yeah. Now I got to do a pinch hitter. They're down by 3 runs. And then I got to bring in another pitcher. So I have them all set up on the side, though. So, all right. Let's see. Rodriguez, Dixon. See if I could track these guys now. Rodriguez, Dixon. I had them all separated, but once I started the game and I couldn't find my my rules, then everything kind of went to pot there. Soto, Castro, Matuk. Try to use the same guys that were in the lineup simply because I know they were available. You know what? They may be in the little section with the relief pitchers. Maybe they are. Let's see if I put them in there. I hope so. Relief pitcher, relief pitcher, relief pitcher. Nope, not in the relief pitchers. Okay, so they're not in the relief pitchers. Let me go through this a little bit again. Sherman, Garrett, Soto, Hicks, Dustin Peterson, Hicks. Let's see. Dixon. Oh, wait. No, Hicks. No. Maybe they're at the top. I don't understand this. It's a little bit of a drag. So I did separate these. What I have to do from now on is like really just grab those guys and put everything else away. Except I have so many cards on my table. I got cards from like 5 different companies that I'm playing. I put all my Replay Baseball stuff away. I played them last night. For a couple of nights I played Replay Baseball. I tried playing one, streaming one, but that did not work. You know what? They could be with the Mets team. Let's see if they're with the Mets. Ooh. Ah, Shane Green is with the Mets, and he shouldn't be with the Mets. So we got a little technical difficulties, so hang out. I'm still here looking for a couple of the Detroit Tigers batters that I separated before the game started. And seeing if they're in the Mets dugout, because they can't be found anywhere. All right, so they're not there. They're not with the Mets. Got a lot of projects going here. A lot of projects going at once. And when you have a lot of projects going at once. All right, so I got those. Let's look again here. Who are we looking for? Let's see. Dixon and Rodriguez. Dixon and Rodriguez. So I got 2 leagues that I'm playing in, dynasty leagues, and I'm drafting. Man, there's one of those leagues that's cutthroat, man. They're like sharks over there. Holy smokes. They're like sharks. Ramirez, Jake Rogers, Dixon. This is unbelievable. I don't understand what the heck happened to those guys. What did I do with them? I'm looking everywhere here. They can't be in this section. Can't be there. Can't be there. So I'm playing with all those guys. I don't understand this. Rajah Davis, he's with the Mets. Oh boy. Let's see. I have a solution. I'm just going to look in the next day and see if, yeah. Understand. I separated all the players unless I put them back here behind the screen. No, they're not back there. So the only solution. Oh wait, is that? Wait, there they are. Oh my God, a bunch of a bunch of other stuff. All right, so I'm going to bring in a righty. The first guy that batted was Brandon Dixon, so he's going to come in. Brandon Dixon is coming in against Vargas. All right, so let's get Brandon Dixon in there. may have to write him into the roster. Let me tell you a little bit about Brandon Dixon. He had 420 plate appearances, 15 home runs, 27 years old. Not too shabby. He gets a good round of applause here at Shea Stadium, at Citi Field. Keep calling it Shea Stadium. Brandon Dixon. All right. So I don't see him anywhere. I checked up and down this roster. So I'm going to have to write him in. Brandon Dixon. Include defensive sub. No. All right, Brandon Dixon facing Jason Vargas, second and third. A run came in, and it should say substitute. Jacoby grounds out. Okay, let me undo that. Let me redo that. Hold on a second. So it's a ground out, and a run's going to score. 6-3. All right, run comes home, and the other runner stops and holds, held up. And now it's Brandon Dixon. There he is. He steps into the batter's box. He is a right-handed batter versus the lefty Jason Vargas. Scores 4-1 in the top of the seventh. Here's the pitch. There's 2 outs. And that's a 0-0 with a runner on base. That means that we're going to roll to see if there's a wild pitch, which I have not been doing because I forget. 96. Nah, it says if catcher could be ready. Oh, could be a pass ball. B, C, and D. A catcher with a B, C, and D, and he is a D, so that it gets by Ramos. Should have had that. And going over to third is Josh Harrison on the pass ball. Charged to Wilson Ramos. All right, here goes Brandon Dixon. Here's the pitch. That's a 17, and that's strike 3. Vargas with another nice curveball. Strikes out the pinch hitter, and that retires the side. Got a new pitcher. There you are. I was like, where are the pitchers? All right, we're going to get in. Who's batting now? Wilson Ramos, and then another righty. We're going to get Buck Farmer's coming in to pitch. Buck Farmer. He pitched in this game, and he will bat 9th. All right, so it's Buck Farmer against Wilson Ramos in the bottom of the 7th. Here's that pitch. That's a 6-4, and that's going to be he hits Ramos. Hits Wilson Ramos, and he's not rubbing it. On down to first base goes the Buffalo. That's his nickname. It's as big as a buffalo. Carlos Gomez now. Yeah, that's a 30. And a 30 is going to be strike 3. Gomez swings out of his helmet, down on one knee. Todd Frazier, the Todd father, with Ramos on at first. Calling card throw to first base because Ramos isn't going anywhere. Here's a pitch to Todd Frazier. That's an 83, and that's what kind of an out? That's popped up. Right side. Josh Harrison waits for it, makes the catch. 2 down, and it's Aaron Altair. Altair, second time, he's 0 for actually third time, 0 for 3, struck out twice and rounded out. That's foul back. Now, he's had a terrible average. He batted 130. No, that was his batting average was 082. He had a 136 on base percentage. That's a 46 and a fly ball left field. Christian Stewart settles under it, makes the catch, and that retires the side. Go to top of the 8th. And that's going to be it for Vargas. That's going to be it for Vargas. I may have let him in there a little bit too long. So Vargas is coming out. And in this game, the Mets, who did they pitch? In this game, the Mets pitched Gazelman and Diaz. They have pretty much everybody available. Let's see if I get those guys. Gazelman, let's see if Brad Brock. No, he's not around yet. Tyler Bachelor. We're going to bring in Bachelor. Why not? Have some fun. Tyler Bachelor going to come in to pitch. Got to track him down on the roster. You know, got like 50 guys here. This doesn't give you just the 25 guys. It gives you there he is. That's the why I like using Replay Baseball, the computer version, because it tracks the actual roster. So when you look for a pinch hitter or a pitcher, it only gives you 25 guys. This year will be 26 guys with the new rules change. So Bachelor is going to face Nico Goodrum in the top of the 8th. See what happens. Here's the pitch. That's an 81, and that's some sort of an out. That's popped up. Left side. Rosario. 1 down. Next batter is Dawel Lugo, 22, and that's a defensive roll. An 84. An 84 is going to be a range check, and that's a fly ball hit deep to center field, and Carlos Gomez turns and runs, chases after it, and he makes the catch at the warning track. Great catch by Carlos Gomez in center field. He could still flash the leather out there. That's 2 outs, and now it's Nicholas Castellanos. Castellanos is 1 for 3, single, flied out, and struck out. Hey there, Al Red Sox fan is still in the house. Nick Castellanos. Here's the pitch. That's a 51. That's a deep drive. Uh-oh. And 31 is going to be off the wall. I thought that was gone, but no, off the top of the wall, rolls away from Gomez and into second base is Nicholas Castellanos, who hit 58 doubles. 58 doubles. That's right. You heard me right. Hit 58 doubles. Crazy. In 2019. Led the league in doubles. And that's a 2-out double for Castellanos. And it's Miggy Cabrera, pitch from Bachelor. 99. That's a 9999. And that's going to be a fly ball. Deep fly ball. Carlos Gomez backpedaling on the track and makes the catch, and that retires the side. All right, so we go. Buck Farmer's still in there, and we have to pull him because he can only go 1. That is annoying. That doesn't matter. We got pitchers everywhere here, and it's going to be. I don't think we have any more righties. I think the rest. Oh yeah, we got Victor Alcantara. Victor Alcantara is coming in to face Echeverria. I don't know if I have to write him in. No, I wrote him in, so he's in there. Last time I played this, the deep drive baseball, I was in a hotel in Austin, Texas, and I really struggled playing there because I didn't bring my medicine. I was in pretty bad pain, but I wanted to get 1 game in, and I really struggled to get that 1 game in because I was really uncomfortable. You know, when you're in a different place, it's not the same when you don't have your setup. And I was in this hotel, and I set it up there. I set up the game, and I didn't have the right lighting. I couldn't really. It was not that great. But I did get 1 game out of this 3-game series, and this is game 2 of a 3-game series with the Detroit Tigers played at Citi Field, June 24th, 25th, and May 24th, 25th, and 26th, 2019. All right, so it's going to be Victor Alcantara facing Adeiny Echeverria. Echeverria is 1 for 3 today. That's going to be a 58. And a 58 is line base hit for Echeverria. cut off quickly by Stewart in the corner. And Chavarria put on the brakes, thought about it for a split second, big turnaround first, and he heads back to first base, back to the bag. So it's a single for Daney. He's 2 for 4 on the day. And going to see a pinch hitter. See a pinch hitter for the Mets. Let me see if I could track down who the Mets used as a pinch hitter in this game, which is not going to be too difficult. Let's see. All right. It's going to be Thomas Nido pinch hit, Rajah Davis. Rajah Davis, I had him on the top of the deck. So Rajah Davis is on top of the deck. Now I got to find the deck. There it is, the Mets deck. There he is, Rajah Davis. Oh, well, actually, I got to bring in a lefty because I got a righty pitching in there. Nido. Dominic Smith. Dominic Smith is the guy who usually pinch hits for the Mets. So I'm pulling him, see if I can track him down. You get every card with this system, which is nice. $12 system with every single player. Yeah, that's right. You heard me right. $12 system. I mean, why the hobby is not, supporting deep drive baseball is beyond me. It takes $12. You can support the guy. He's got a nice little set. Went through the trouble of creating this whole thing for us. Dominic Smith. Dom Smith. Let's see if I can track him. I just went through the whole thing. I may have been distracted. Thomas Nido, he pinch hit. I might just bring any guy to pinch hit because if I don't find Dominic Smith. Oh, there he is. All right, Dominic Smith. Dom Smith. Pinch hitter. With a Daney Chavarria at first base and nobody out. All right, steps into the box. That's lefty. And you know what? This is where it gets wacky. Here comes the Mets, the Tigers manager, and he's going to make a call to the bullpen for a lefty. Daniel Stumpf. Daniel Stumpf, a left-hander's coming in to face Dom Smith, lefty specialist versus lefty specialist. So that means Dominic Smith is going to be at a big disadvantage. Here's the pitch. And that's a 0-2. That's a deep drive. But you get a 50-point change on that. It goes up 50 points. And that's going to become a 52. And lucky enough, that number, oh, wait, there's a runner on base. That's going to be a potential wild pitch. Hold on. That doesn't even count. Potential wild pitch, 26. Let's see. So we lost a deep drive on that. But it becomes a 26, which says his pitcher wild pitch rating is D or F. And he is a wild pitch rating of A, so no wild pitch. So we lose that deep drive. I'm going to have to re-roll again for Dominic Smith. Here's the pitch to Dominic Smith with nobody out and one on. 71, and that's going to be ball 4. So Smith shows some patience and gets on base. First and second now, Ahmed Rosario. Here's the pitch to Ahmed. That's a 67, and that's ball 4. Bases loaded. J.D. Davis. Infield's in for Detroit. That's a 79. 79 is strike 3. Big strikeout for out number 1. Fastball gets J.D. Davis. And now it's Pete Alonso. This is the guy who went up in a bases loaded situation here in the bottom of the 8th. Mets are leading 4-1. 2019 Mets. Let's go, Mets. Oh, very cool, man. Our Red Sox fan said he really broke his bank and purchased a $12 set. You can try out the system for $1, I believe. I think they give you the 2. I can't remember what season they give you. They give you World Series season. You can try it out. It's a lot of fun. It's easy to play. It's lazy ball. You don't have to do a lot of calculating. You don't have to look at charts. No calculating. Everything's right on the cards, right in front of you. It's nice, big. It's not really. They're not cluttered cards. Very simple. It's got a fun deep drive section where the ballpark comes into play. So it has some tryout effect, some interactive effect. All right, bases loaded. That's Ahmed Rosario is at first base. Dom Smith is at second. Adeiny Chavarria at third base. Daniel Stumpf on the mound. Pete Alonso, the Pete Alonso Rookie of the Year for the Mets. It's a right-handed batter. And Daniel Stumpf looks in for the sign. Here's the – oh, that's foul back. Pull foul. Excuse me. Pull foul. All right, here goes. That's a 53. Uh-oh. That's a deep drive. Pete Alonso gets a hold of one. Let's see what happens. And that's a 59. And, oh, my goodness. That's going to be off the wall and rolls away from center fielder Jacoby Jones. In comes Echeverria, followed by Smith. And here comes Rosario. And on his way to third base, Alonso. Here's the relay. Not in time. Bases clearing triple for Pete Alonso. Just missed. Hit off the top of the wall. Missed a home run by a foot. 7-1 Mets. And Alonso picks up another hit and 3 RBIs. He's got 5 RBIs in this game. Wow, that's hard to believe. 59 I rolled on that. 58 would have been a home run. He's 1-58. He's gone. And I had to roll a 59. I wanted him to hit that grand slam. That would have been beautiful. Oh, no. All right. Oh, wait. Let's do that again. All right. Triple. Advance by batter, advance by batter, advance by batter. Held up. All right. Wilson Ramos. 1 out. Infield is back now. 7-1. That's a 46. 46-1. That's popped up. And on a 6, even as to the catcher, popped up behind the plate. Grenier throws away his mask and makes the catch. 2 down. And it's Carlos Gomez now. Daniel Stumpf, 29. Strike 3, and that retires the side. Again, Gomez swinging for the fences. All right, 7-1. And it's top of the 9th inning. Mets are up. Tyler Batchelor's still in there. Oh, he can only go 1, so that means we gotta pull him. So we're gonna pull him for somebody else. We'll bring in just any old person here. 7-1 ball game. We're gonna bring in Wilmer Font. I guess we could bring in Wilmer Font. We can find him. Gazelman pitched in this game. We'll bring in Gazelman. Why not? Actually, you know what? I'd rather bring in Font. There's Font. So we're going to bring in Wilmer Font here. And we may, I'm not sure if we may have to bring in, no, we don't have to bring in another pitcher. Font. We got to bring in Font. Font is in. Let me tell you a little bit about Font. In this season, let me click on his name here and see what he's done so far this season. I don't know how much he's played. I can't really remember. All right, so Wilmer Font. Pitching-wise, he's got a 4.26 ERA. He's pitched 12 2/3 innings with 20 strikeouts. So he finished the season with Toronto. I'm using his Toronto card because you only get 1 card, so you got to kind of follow him around. Ended the season with a 4.48 ERA and a 4-5 record. Not too shabby. Wilmer Font. And it's going to be Christian Stewart leading it off here in the top of the 9th for Detroit. Mets are up 7-1. That's a 30. And that's a potential defense. That's an 86. That's a range play. Range play 86, and that's a fly ball center field. Carlos Gomez settles under it, makes the catch. One up, one down. Next is Josh Harrison, the ex-Pirate. That's a 96, and a 7 is a fly ball, right field. Aaron Altair settles under, makes the catch. 2 down. And Grayson Grenier, the catcher, 2 outs. So the Tigers are down to their last out. That's their 1 out away from winning this ball game 7-1. Detroit has 1 run, 8 hits, 1 error, 6 left on base. The Mets are 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors, 10 left on base. Here's the pitch. That's a 39. 39 is going to be a line drive and caught by Adeiny Echeverria, and the ball game is over. Mets win it. All right. And it's the story of the game is really Pete Alonso, who Pete Alonso had 5 RBIs. He had a home run and a triple. The win is going to go to Jason Vargas. The loss goes to Ryan Carpenter. There's no save in this game. Pretty simple. And Mets win that one. So they actually won both games so far in this little this 3-game set. And let's look at some of the stats really well. Let's look at I can't look at the box score, but I can look at the stats. Let's quickly look at the stats to see Vargas team stats. Let's see. Let's get the pitching stats. Vargas improved his record to 4-3. He has a 2.81 ERA, so he's doing pretty well. Pitched very well in this game. I've noticed that so far the ERAs are kind of low. I mean, my team ERA is 3.11. My team ERA is like a run under what it actually should be. So, but again, I'm learning this game, and I know there's some issues with how I play it safe a lot of times at second base because I don't want to go to the chart. Once I learn the game better, I'll start taking more risks and try to make it to third base, like singles and also doubles. I won't score. I'll have a tendency to kind of hold the guy at third, So I'm not taking those risks like that. And I bet you I would score more runs if I did some more of that. So I mean, I prefer low-scoring games anyway, but I have to maybe check myself on that and make the corrections. But that's it. That's your This is a presentation of a 2019 season. It plays a little bit different than all the other seasons that I play in the 70s and the 60s. I play the 69 Mets, and you never make a change there. Here you got to have 4 or 5 pitchers on the side ready to roll. I was lucky with the Mets. I only used 3, the starter and 2 subs. But I believe I used 4 or 5 with the Tigers, and that's what you got to have when you play 2019. So you got to be ready for that if you want to make it realistic. If you just want to let guys go the whole thing, that's not going to be realistic. Not anymore. So we'll see what happens with that this year. Thank you, Al Red Sox fan, for stopping by. Benny Blades, it's always great to hear you, my brother. I highly recommend you guys check out Deep Drive Baseball. It's $12. Support the guy. It's like making a donation. He put a lot of work into these cards. It's got, it plays very nicely. It's only got 3 charts. If you want to get the expanded version, it's got another 5 fielding charts, which are very nice. I'm just a lazy guy. So, what more can I say? This is your home for tutorials and strategy and player profiles, history, reviews, news, tips, tops, baseball cards, rants, and unboxings. So thanks for stopping by, and keep track of our replays. We got the 69, 76, the 2019 replay. I got an 87 replay, and I got a strat replay that I started 82. I think I sold the cards tonight, so I won't be playing that one. And then I have, what else do I have? I think I have one more. I can't remember. 2015. I got a 2015 strat replay. But strat is a big problem because they don't give me all the cards. So when I replay that, I'm going to have to replay it a little bit differently. I'm going to just, have to make substitutions for guys. And I hate doing that because then they're not going to get the right amount of at-bats to check out the stats and all that. But I'll just have to do that because I can't be making the cards or paying the card maker or the card app and printing out cards all the time. And it gets way too complicated. But I hate when they don't have a starter. A guy starts and that he's not available. I hate when that happens. But anyway, that's the deal. So Like I said, I have a few different replays going on, and I hope you catch up with those and tune in for those to chit chat. And so I want to thank you, Red Sox fan. He's a class act, very nice. He does a lot of computer stuff, and that's very cool. And I always check you out as well. Thank you, and I will see you soon. Take care, guys.